Hello, hello. So, today the goal, of course, is to continue where we left off last time, which is, of course, hedge. And the first thing that I'm gonna do is see what kind of angle we have here. Because this angle is gonna dictate everything here. So what I'm gonna do, of course, is the old school. Come on. The old school. Come on, light. Okay. The old school approach with angles and see what we've got. What do we have here? Uh, I'm, of course, squinting with one eye. Uh, okay, that's pretty pretty much what it is. Okay. So, oh yeah, I mean this part here, I guess, yeah, it looks a little bit like a BMW, but it's just blueprints. We're concerned just with measurement, not with looks. Okay, so this is our angle. Let's see how far away from that angle are we. We are not far. I mean, that's it. What we have is what we need. That's the angle that we need. Yeah, I guess. Um, of course, let me check again with the axles. Hello, Mega Games. Welcome to the stream. So let's check with axles and the number 4 connector. No, number 3 connector is the closest we can hope for. 1, 4, 3. There we go. Okay, so number 3. Number 3 connector. Let's see. No, we said this direction, right? This direction. No, number 3 is way off. Okay. Forget number 3. Number 4 is way too much. So, what we've learned last time is that basically what we have here should be the right angle. Let's shoot it. Let's see. Doesn't look like it. Oh, of course it doesn't look like it because we need to make sure that this is it's not doing this, right? Okay. So yeah, now I remember what we need to do. Okay. Hey, Mr. Morty, how are you? So let me bring you closer. Okay. Maybe this camera doesn't need to be in here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we need to change this. What's bothering me the whole time is this part here, because this part here is basically preventing me from having those two connected in a sensible manner. And we have this here just because we have this part here mounted. So we just need it for this, I think. Or no? No, we need it for this and this. So two things need to be mounted exactly here. But okay, we can do this differently, I guess. I mean, we have to. There's little choice. So we are going to re-engineer this a little bit. Oh, yeah, the fingernail, you know, I was closing the car door, and when I was closing the car door, I forgot to remove this finger. So the finger got jammed between the car door and the body. And that's the result. So I'm basically waiting when the fingernail is coming off. I can feel it, you know. I can feel it getting loose, but, you know, let's not discuss disgusting things. Okay? So, we need to cancel this part here. And we need to preserve this functionality. So we need to somehow make a support for this that's not here, basically. And we absolutely can do this. I mean, I hope we can do this, actually. What? Krusty Krab? What the? Okay. Yeah, but you know, it hurt for like a day, and then it was fine. Yeah. I mean, the solution here is going to be... we are going to mount whatever we're gonna do here, and of course where this is mounted. This guy here will be slightly different, but we'll get to this when it's time. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? Well, let's remove a few things. Let's remove a few things, and then we'll see. This has to go, and this has to go. Get rid of this. Ah, okay. That's how it was held together. Okay. Well, in any case, we have to get rid of this, no matter what. This is not gonna be there anymore. But at the same time, while we are doing this, I'm gonna do something else. Now, since I got the whole box, come on, stay where you are. No. Okay. Since I got a whole box of white parts, we're gonna change a few parts here while we're there. Okay, so we're gonna use 2 of these, and let's see, did I order? Yes, I did. And we're gonna use 1 of these. Why? Very simple. So Christian did already some work for us. This is gonna be the mount for... come on, stand still. The mount for the wing. So the wing support. Let me see if I ordered these as well. No, I didn't. Okay, never mind. But okay, so we're gonna do some trickery here. So we need to mount like this, this. We're gonna do this, and this, this, and this. And now we have the support for our wing. So this is where the big wing on the top of the boot is gonna be. Boot, yeah, like this. That's basically one of the pillars. Let me bring it back to Earth. I mean, just what should I think about the coronavirus? I don't know. I mean, it sucks. I would want to go road tripping and stuff, but you know, I probably hate it as much as anyone, but there's nothing I can do. You know, there's nothing I can do. Okay, so we would like to connect these, right? But it's gonna be a problem still. So we're gonna have to, yeah, we're gonna have to add some weight because, you know, over here, we want just a single row. We want just a single row of lift arms. So we have to basically reinforce these two, you know, to somehow come around here. How much room do we have? 3 on each side, and then yeah, we're gonna do it like this to have it as simple as possible. I mean, you know, I was tested yesterday because my mom is positive, so as a preventative measure, of course, I got tested because we live in the same household, and I'm negative, of course. No surprise there. We'll see. I'm gonna get tested in a week as well to see if I'm still negative. She doesn't have any symptoms, so you know, should be fine. But other people are not so lucky. When they got symptoms and more. So I don't know. Felipe, I'm doing this as I go. We are basically, you see, the stream is about how to design a mock. So I'm basically designing this. I'm letting you take part in how a mock is being designed, basically. Yes, it does. This car does have a semi-trailing arm suspension. Just like the original Sierra. That's the point. And a McPherson front suspension. With proper geometry, of course. So, there. I've completed this. Come on. Okay. This should be it. Hopefully. Okay. There we go. This part is now good. Of course, like mentioned in the previous stream, now we have to find a way, of course, to prevent this from happening. And let's see what we can do. So basically, so basically, this part here, the axle, is preventing this from going down anymore. And this gives us the perfect angle that we need here. And we need to just prevent it from doing this. Now let's see what we can do. So before we start tackling this, let's fix this. What could we do? I want it to be as simple as possible. And at the same time, you see, when closing the hatch, this could be a problem later on when we add basically the struts, that are going to hold the hatch open. And of course, we have to, now that we have this here, we need to see how we can brace this so it doesn't do this. Very important things. So let's basically center this. Let's make sure this is in the center. And we are we lucky? Enough. It's close enough. It's close enough. It's even in the same plane. Okay. However, I'm not gonna use the same plane because I can't. If I want this to be to not go left and right, I need to be a little more inventive. There. Okay. So basically what we are doing, so we're gonna, you see, it doesn't fit exactly, but we're gonna stretch it a little bit. And what this is gonna do is it prevents this from going left and right. So it enables us to engineer the angle here. So what we want is make a support for this so it doesn't move left and right. Obviously, we gonna have to do something with this. But I don't know what. So first we're gonna have to find an angle that doesn't interfere too much with this. So we don't want something that goes just across like this, but that fits somewhere here, you know, something inconspicuous or whatever. This, what could this be it? I mean, I would be happy if this is it. Let's try it. So basically what could fit is this one and this one. We could have this crazy luck. Maybe we are that lucky. Would be well, not the first, but you know, it's rare that that things go our way the first time, but you never know. So there and there. moment of truth. Holy shit. Okay. I like this. I like it. Okay. It's I don't know. Yeah. Let's see if this is actually okay later. If it interferes with something. Okay. Now we can take this away. Check. Okay. This is good enough, I suppose. I mean, no matter what we do, it's what's happening here. See, the movement is basically because this is allowed to move left and right. So obviously we need to inhibit this behavior here. So it's not the fault of this frame. Now it's the fault of how this is mounted. And it's mounted, of course, here on this part. And I'm thinking of how to improve this part, if it's at all possible, of course, in the way we're doing it. Because you see, we cannot do anything crazy because we want this part here to be as smooth as possible. Because this is the back of the trunk, and already these holes here are bothering me, but there's no sensible way of covering them. So they are, well, they're not gonna stay as they are because we still have to make a spoiler here in the rear. So the potential spoiler can basically cover them. So there's gonna be a small spoiler here and then a big spoiler here on top. So, you know, the smaller spoiler will probably cover those. But still, this bottom part needs to be as smooth as possible. So let's think for a while. What could we do? What could we do for this to be a little more sturdy? We could potentially move whatever we have there one step closer here. I would love to use this piece here. However, the problem is that then I would have two axle holes. So axle hole, and this would probably not be good. Then I could move this guy here closer to the inside, and I have this guy here. No, that's not gonna be okay. Or is it? Could we potentially kill two flies with one stroke? I wonder. Could we utilize this? Could we utilize this to have this supported somehow? You know, because what we could do, we could use another one of these. Have those two, both of them, connect like this. But then this guy here would have to be the same as this. And since these two are both pinholes, would this look good? I mean, no. Let's try it. I don't know. Oh, come on. There. Ah. Other way. Okay. Come on. Okay, so this, yeah, this makes it much sturdier. Okay. Okay. So, and to be honest, it doesn't look too bad here. I can live with that. Since we gain a lot of stability here. And for preventing this from moving up, we could potentially jam something in here, you know, to prevent this from happening. Like a pin maybe. Let's see if just a pin is enough or too much or whatever. Come on. Okay, a whole pin is too much. This guy is too much. What about a round pin? Okay. This guy here kinda looks okay. The problem is, of course, that this is happening. Okay. So what if we use half pin here? No. Half pin here is not okay. What about, I mean, half pin. What about this little guy? This little guy is probably gonna be too much. Let's see. Okay. I think it's too much. What about this? This is gonna be a little less. It's gonna be a little less than this, and a little more than the other guy. Okay, basically I want to get rid of this guy here. It is not needed. Now we would put this here. Perfect. This is perfect. Excellent. Now let's replicate this on the other side. And suddenly our rear hatch part here is a lot better than it was. Let me see if we can use as many white parts as possible. You know, while we're at it, we can just as well go the full Monty. Come on. The parts you need are always on the bottom. There. Okay. Now we need these guys. So 2. And we need 2 of these. And what is this? So 15. Wanna bet I didn't order a 15? Of course. I didn't order a 15. Is one available in the Land Rover? Let me see. No. Or is it? No. Damn it. Oh well. Okay, so I guess the 15 stud lift arm will remain dark bluish gray, but we're gonna change everything else to white because we can. technically, we could also use these. Let's see. Okay, this is a lot better. A lot better. Let's see if this fits. Before we do anything fancy, first we need to check if this fits. It doesn't. This angle is not right. Come on. Okay. So first thing that I notice, of course, see this guy here is in collision with this. Not by much, but enough. It's an easy fix. I'm gonna fix it right away. Basically, what we need to do is we're gonna use the gray ones. And we're gonna use these guys here. This should be enough. Okay. Let's see. Check again. Okay, fine. See, now this black part here is in collision. Okay. No problem here. We can also fix this. We're gonna use these here instead of fine by me. And now, of course, something else is gonna be in collision, of course. But let's check again. What now?
actually we're fine now. We are fine. We just need this to be the proper angle. So it needs to be exactly this. Okay. We have to prevent it from basically it's not right. It's not quite right. It's such a small margin. And this is not on the same level. So the rear hatch needs to drop by half a stud. Need to drop the rear hatch by half a stud without it changing changing this. So it just needs to drop by half a stud. Don't you love this? Half a stud. It's like my whole life is revolving around half a stud margins. How would we drop this by half a stud? I don't know. Hmm. Let's see. Would any of these come in handy? No. I mean, not like this. Do you guys have any ideas? So basically this has to go half a stud down. Or this half a stud up. I mean, shit. Obviously we're gonna gain some room here when this happens, but still. Kind of throws off the concept here. But I think if we do this, we could come on top of this, come out of on top.
the solution is staring at me the whole time. Of course. We have these guys. We have these guys, and we can basically okay, and we placed it here. Let me just think for a moment. There may be another angle here. So, I mean, obviously, we gain half a stat here. We do something like this, of course. And place it here. No. If we place it here exactly, things change too much. If we place it here, then this guy needs to be suddenly one. This needs to be suddenly it needs to be like this. But no, because we want this to go. We want this to go down. We want this to go down, not up. If I place it here, it's gonna go up, and we don't want this. We want to drop it. The question is, can we drop it like this? We can. This is so complicated. I hate complicated stuff like this. So we can use these guys. Drop this a little bit. So this guy here would touch this. And then engineer something. Yeah. This makes me mad. Wacky 4-pin piece. What does a wacky piece in your mind consist of? What is a wacky piece? You mean this guy? No, we are not gonna put it. We cannot put it in here. But I'm thinking of doing something with this. Basically, getting an angle here. first I need to remove this, of course. I need to remove this. I need to remove this. And this. I'll leave the other side as is for now. So basically what we have on the other side is this. And we need to go this. So basically we need to drop this down. We need to drop this a little bit. Wait a minute. Okay, let's first see what this does. I wonder. Okay, let's first see what happens with this. No. I mean, you know what the problem here is? I'm not so concerned with the gap here. That's not really important. The thing is, you can see here that there's like a step here. You see, there's a step, and I don't want to have this step here. I want it to be level. I mean, of course, it needs to be half a stat higher, ish, you know, something like that. A bit, but we cannot raise this because then we have half a stat gap here, which we don't want. But okay, we can solve this ish. Let's see if. Hey, Christian! Kako si? Gdje si bio? Long time no see. So we need to, yeah, to raise it. Exactly. To raise it. This. Oh God. Yeah, let's see. This is, I have a bad feeling about this, but let's see. Better than expected.
These are almost level. Yeah, they are. They are level.
There's a gap here, of course, but I cannot really make it go away unless we somehow make this longer and have it connected here at the same point as this, which we could, which we probably could. We could play with this, I guess. But the most important part is that we have to make now sure that this isn't going to be um, moving up and down. Um, yeah, this is perfectly level here. There. I think this is okay. This is now exactly where we want it. This part here, that this isn't completely level, is fine. If I see, if I look on the blueprints, it's cool. Only thing that we have to do now is make sure that the angle here between the back panel and this stays as it is, and that's gonna be tricky, or not. I hope it's gonna be easy, but I fear it's gonna be tricky because I don't know how to never mind. Never mind. There is a possibility. There always is, of course. So we're gonna change this, 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 and this. And now we're gonna make ourselves a lever. This, maybe. See? Yeah, okay. Wrong hole. There. Now we have a lever here. Just like in the front. We can play now with this lever. And this lever can be then adjusted. Well, maybe we get lucky again, and we can find a nice connection between this and this, so it keeps it in the exact position. We'll see. Let me do the other side, and then we're gonna offer it back to the car again and readjust the angle, and then we can see where we are at. Yeah, maybe, just maybe, we would be better off with this. With this, or depending on the angle, we might want to go with these these. Let's see. Let's see what the car says. Let's readjust the angle. Eyeballing it, of course. There. Okay. Let's take this off and see what the possibility is. Oh, but just by coincidence, I forgot to sound. Come on. All right. Okay. That's a weird angle. It's not quite anything. Half a stud, right? Half a stud, yeah. Half a stud, so it's basically 1, 2, 3.5 studs. So if we manage to make a lift arm of the length of 3.5 studs, how could we do this? Lift arm 3.5 studs. There are possibilities. So basically, we need 3.5 studs, and we would do the following stunt. You know, just so we test the waters. I don't know if this is gonna work, but what else can I do? So this would be 3.5 studs. Let's make another one. Mount it and see if it holds shape. If it doesn't, we can try something else. Okay. Obviously, we have to turn this around, which isn't gonna be very good because then we have on this side we don't have a smooth surface. So if we use, sorry, it has to be like this. Can we create a better mounting point? I wonder. Can we create a better mounting point? I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. sorry, a temporary lack of reason. I mean, what am I thinking? Why am I using these? I'm sorry. I mean, we have these, of course. We have a pinhole, and there's no problem. So we can use these basically. Well, not in this configuration, of course, because we're gonna have this here. So we have to make some changes here. If this is gonna be here in the middle, then fuck it. We're gonna use this just for testing purposes. You know, I don't know if this is gonna work, so let's just test it with this. And if it doesn't work, we can change it. There. And the other side. What are the odds that this is gonna work? Crazy. Of course. Okay. Let's see. So, not quite. Not quite. I mean the difference is not a lot, or does it sit right? It sits. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Disregard that I said anything. This is perfect. Whatever I said, I take it back. That's it. That's our rear hatch. The angle is as this. Of course, you know this isn't gonna happen. The slight jiggling that you see here, once the wing is attached to the sides, this is gonna be gone. So the wing is gonna, you know, stabilize this. So it's all right. Fine. With this out of the way, next thing I noticed while doing this, that you see that this here is under a slight arc. This is of course because of our reinforcements here, and we need to rethink the reinforcements. I don't like this. So probably they need to be a 4-stud lift arm there. So this needs to be a 4-stud lift arm attaching to this. I think. Could be wrong, but I think. I mean,
There's only one way to find out, right? Okay. Hmm. So you have to be kidding me, or no, of course not. You are going to be um, this. This is of course just temporary because I'm experimenting. I don't know if this is going to be the final version, but I need to know. I need to know if the geometry here is going to be better than before. Okay. Well, see, while we don't get an arc here, this is allowed to do way too much. So, some things need to change. Of course, we need to readjust this. It needs to be at least one stud further up. So the setup that we had before that interfered with the mounting points for the C-pillars. But there's actually nothing that we can do. So we are gonna have to re-engineer the mounting point for the C-pillars. Tough luck. And we need to find an angle here. Something. Give me something. So this. Or not. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I can live with that. That's even better. Even better. So we would have like this. Again, experimenting, just experimenting. Don't judge. So it's 5, 6, 7. Wait, what? Oh, it's here. I'm very confused. Well, that's actually a perfect angle. Perfect angle. Such a shame that this is in the way. Such a shame. But there's nothing I can do. See, the perfect angle would be if I put it into this hole here, and then it would be in this hole. That would be the perfect angle. But I don't want it to be like this thick. And this wouldn't actually interfere too much. It would look okay. But the problem is this part here. No matter what I do, even if I, well, as I said before, I don't want to do anything here, because here is gonna be our mechanism for closing the trunk. And yeah, I don't want to disturb it. This always when you have to put so much into such a tiny space. Yeah, but it's still not exactly, is it? Still not exactly. What about what if we use this? What if we use this? We use this guy here. Let's find a way for it. No. No, no. Okay, fine. What about this? No, we're not that lucky. I mean, this would be perfect if this would be an option, but it doesn't fit, of course. Does anything else fit? No, this doesn't fit. This doesn't fit. Okay. Okay. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, so let's reintroduce our template from before and make sure that this is in the middle. Okay, so now we can get rid of this and be more precise. Okay, so here it doesn't work, here it doesn't work. This wouldn't work, no. No, this wouldn't work. Damn. Not not many options here available to us. I mean, obviously we cannot have this here. This is just now for the template, but we have to have some connections here or here, but here is more practical. Here on top, I don't see it happening. Ah, it's maddening. What to do here? What to do? Let's take this again and see if we have angles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, but I don't know. Could be. Could be. Let's try it. Not till the end of this stream. But I've bought, I've bought like white parts, stuff. Not nearly enough. I still need many more, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Didn't get everything that I wanted or needed from the shops that I was buying from, but I already bought from 4 shops. But sometimes brickling it's hard. Brickling isn't always kind. I mean, it kind of fits, but you can clearly see that already it's starting to arc here. If I take it away, it doesn't arc. If I put it back on, it pulls it up. So it's not a perfect fit. It's not a perfect fit. I mean, it's the same thing that we had before, and it's taking up quite a thickness, which I don't like. I honestly thought this would be easier to solve, but it's not.
simply because of you know, of this stuff here, which I don't know how to solve otherwise, since this guy has to be here. This cannot be a two-piece affair. But it will be. It will be. I mean, as much as I would love it to be different, we have to do it like this. Mm. I think it's not gonna interfere with the mechanism, but we'll see. So now that we have this, it makes this here simpler. Potentially better, but certainly simpler. Okay, so this is not really strong. It does arc a little bit, but fuck it. Yeah, you can clearly see it here. I don't really see a better way to do this. This is really strong now compared to before. Really strong. Okay, so let's go back to our mechanism here. So before we had these lift arms here sticking out and making sure that this can properly function. Now we don't. And we have to rethink this a little bit. Where did I put that part? Okay, this guy has to be here. Where did it go? I didn't put it away. Ah, here it is. So we had this part and hanging in here. And we want it to be here again, because it's needed. So we're gonna use like first let me see where's the other part. Let me see what we have here. Okay, yeah, so obviously this guy here is interfering with us. It's it's sitting on top of it. And that's exactly what I was afraid of. Exactly what I was afraid of. I mean, we can solve it with a plate that we had before. What do I mean, flying fish? Bad to keep Lego pieces on carpet. I don't. Why would it? I mean, they would get more dust. That's for sure. But I don't see why this would be inherently bad. I wouldn't store them there, but if you play with them on the carpet, that's not a problem. Yeah, so you can see the tension that this creates. You can see here. See how this arches out. So I am not a fan of what I've just done. But right now, that's the only solution I see here. Right now. Maybe, I'm gonna see something better. Did I, by chance, order? Let's see. Yes, I did. Okay. Okay. So, we can actually do the same that we had. Nothing changes. Okay. Okay. I guess that's it. Let's see. Of course. Of course. This was the latch was turned the wrong direction, obviously. Something that only I would do. Yeah, this kind of works. Of course, I don't like the fact that you can see uh, this thing arching. I don't like it. I mean, it makes room for this, but I don't like it. And at the very moment, I don't know what to do.
All we don't have any clearance issues.
So that's okay. And now we can think proper about the hatch. The hatch. I mean, the struts. So now that we have this part resorted, uh, we need to think about these guys. Come on. Okay. So, take two. Attaching these. So we could attach them to this. We could. Oh.
What? Oh, okay.
What I mean, an axle here? No, I couldn't. This can't be an axle.
But right now I am looking into how to make a lever for our struts. Something that would be useful. Ideally, this here would allow this part here to turn. Doesn't, of course. Only thing we can hope for is this part. Forget axles. Axles are not gonna help us here. The problem with axles is that they pull apart. Even here at the top, I'm not comfortable with the axle, but it's okay because this attaches to the body of the car. Here on the bottom, no axle. And see, even this is under tension. Even this is under tension. But okay, we can work with that. We can work with that. Maybe we can solve two problems at once. Let's see. No. This. We can use this. And if we are lucky, I think we are lucky. So, no more tension. The arch is still there because of it now rests directly on this. We may re-engineer this a little bit because I'm not happy with this. But for now, it's not important. What is important right now is that now the gap here is going to be even, making less of an eyesore. Shoot, there. See? Now we have an even panel gap, just like we have here. So the panel gap here is now, come on, the panel gap is half a stud, just as it is on the door, and I'm happy with this. There's no tension, everything is fine. Perfect. We won't get a panel gap here, unfortunately, which would be beneficial for us, because then we don't have to worry what happens when we slam this shut.
but that's something we have to live with. Okay, so this turned out better than expected. Now, about these. We need to basically create a lever. Something. My initial thought was to have it like this. Come on. Okay. So this would keep it open, and then yeah, maybe two are needed. Yeah. We could try this. Now that we have the new and improved version of our hatch, this could actually work, unlike before. And unlike before, we have a much better structure here in the rear. A much better structure. And we can even move this further out. I think. Can we? No. Not at the moment, I think. No. Let's leave it like this. Hey, Marco. Let's leave it like this and see what happens. So, where can we place this? We can place this here. Yeah. I would really, really like to move this further out. Really like. Like really. Ideally, I would have it here. Just as far in the corner as possible. Cannot have it here, of course. What about here? Ideally, I would have it here, where the stud is. The axle. Here would be the ideal place for it. Can it be here? Yes, of course it can be here. Absolutely. Not only can it be here, it is gonna be here. There. Now it can be here. And let's do the same stunt on the other side. So why is this so good? So good because now we can have this mounted as close if you can see it. And you have to see it, imagine it in the closed position, of course. So come on, there. See, as close to the lift arm here as possible. And that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna mount it as close as possible. And see what happens. It's probably gonna blow up in our faces, but with some luck it might work. If we are really lucky. So I didn't have to remove this. We are really lucky. Come on. Okay, I'll come closer with the car. Okay. There. So the hatch is open. Now let's see the disaster when we close it. What's gonna break? What is gonna break? Holy shit. Let me attach a spring to this. Real quick. Maybe a spring is gonna make this better. If you see my screams, then the spring has just okay. There. Let's see if the spring. Oh yeah, the spring makes it better. Now I can adjust it at will. Okay. So well, when it's at rest, it looks fine, but it's probably like a loaded weapon. Yeah, I can see now that you see the springs here. The springs are actually pushing on the roof, which is not ideal. They're pushing on the roof, and what happens is whoa, okay. Where's the point? Come on. Whoa, okay. Yeah, so it does hold it open, but it's not ideal. So we're gonna relocate this from here to possibly here, so that the lever it has on the roof is as minimal as possible, and it still can do its thing.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, it can attach there. So we would move it from here to somewhere here. Yeah, it's probably gonna be best. Like this, for example. I mean, I don't know. I'm just guessing. We're just gonna mount it and try it out. Okay. Let's see what happens now. Okay. Better. Actually, much better. Much better. Let me do it. Let me do it again. Okay. The roof is not affected that much by it. I can see, tiny movements in the roof when doing this, but not really. So it's fine. This is actually fine. It's much better than what we had before. This has clearance, as it should. We could even make this a 1 stud thick. Then it would sit against this nicely. And it actually opens good. Come on. With the spoiler on, you need to help it a little bit more, but for example, in my car, I need to help it, and then the struts just hold it up. Do I need more new struts? Yes, of course I do, but new struts are expensive. I'm not gonna get it. Yeah, so basically you open it, and it stays open. That's the most important thing. That the hatch stays open. There. Cool. And by the way, Christian, if you're still here, we made this. We made detachable bumper. And of course, we changed many things in the car. But yeah. No, I'm not. So basically, we lowered the floor of the trunk by 1 stud. We lowered the whole rear suspension by 1 stud. So now the angle of the suspension is completely different when sitting on at right height. And of course, we are gonna use your fender flares.
So yeah. And of course the springs on the car, yeah, they're still okay for the weight that it has now, but since we're still about to add parts, we are gonna have to reinforce the springs, the fronts and rears. We are probably gonna have to put some more springs in there. Not sure how, but that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna have to happen. Otherwise, the car is gonna be without suspension. And right now, the bouncy castle that it is, I don't know. It's really bouncy. But I like how stiff it is. It's a really stiff car. Oh yeah. It's, oh my god. Yeah, it's really stiff. Like it. The gaps are not equal. Yes, they are. The gap is equal. Uh, or do you not mean those gaps? So, oh, you mean here? Um, there's really no. I don't see a way to have our gaps not. I mean, being good with this. The problem, of course, is this panel here. I can live with this. This gap is okay. But the panel here, ideally, I would push it one stud further out, but then, you know, it would be here. It would have the part here sticking out. So one option would be if I would cut it off. You know, if I would cut off this part, move this further in and cut off this panel, but I'm not gonna do this. Oh,
Why would you not go in?
there. I don't know. This is the most sensible wheel arch that's out there, and it's not the wheel arches problem. It's this panel's problem. Unless we use some different panel here. We could use something different here. That's an option. We could use a different panel here and have this part here be like a lift arm. So it would be a gap here, this a lift arm, and maybe here a lift arm, and then a smaller panel here. That's an option. I think I even have a panel that would, you know, we could use this panel here. Yep, this panel here, and then a lift arm here, and then this panel. Then we would have a proper gap. It's a shame because this panel is nice and big, but I think we need to do this. It has to be done. Yeah, this is gonna be a better fit. We're gonna do this in the next stream. Exactly. That's the solution. So then we can use this. And this is gonna be great in the front. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for today. Depending on the time constraints, maybe we're gonna have a stream during the weekend. I am not promising anything. If not, on Monday, we are back. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I hope we are really going to start seeing the car in its full glory. What I'm gonna do over the weekend, I'm gonna try to replace whatever I can with the white parts I have, so that we can see which parts I have and what else I have to order. Um, yeah. Anyway, have a nice weekend, and I see you on Monday.